Hey everyone. So I just started to look at my YouTube again, and it has occurred to me that I never upload these videos. So I remember I had work like the day after or something like that. So then like what I actually ended up doing was like uploading it to YouTube, but I never actually published these videos. But I have a purple Waru loop deck that I will soon post, as well as a black hybrid list that I will soon post. And then these are my two these are my two newest videos. I actually I actually uploaded the wrong one actually. But I'm going to upload a um, big Ukumon Rush deck as well as a Rush Ukumon deck list without big Ukumon and a Padmon Armadillomon Rush deck. And there was something else I don't really remember, but I accidentally put up the wrong one. But I will upload some videos in the future. But today I actually want to go over my deck list for four great dragons. And of course, I have the Steam Deck, of which I have been using a lot more lately. So I will just copy over the deck list. Yeah, so I definitely know for sure that I will be uploading this purple Waru loop video. It is currently already loaded onto YouTube. I just haven't published it, but I will publish it very soon. Prior to the posting of this video, actually, it is now 6:25. I will most likely post. It's about to turn 6:26 right now, but I will publish this video really soon. I went over this Armadillomon Megazoo list. I already uploaded it, yes, so it's on YouTube right now. I just haven't published it publicly, so I will publish these lists publicly. But now let's talk about four great dragons. So as I was using the deck, I found that this deck list is more on the fun side. It's not really competitive. For my four great dragons list, I am using Demi-Merimon, so I am using a purple base. So I'm using the BT15 Demi-Merimon on deletion by trashing one level 5 or higher Digimon in your hand, draw 2. So I just really want to fill up my trash with the Azulongmon, Magnadramon, Megidramon. So then that way, once I get Goldramon out, Goldramon can swing, and then bottom decking 3 of my Azulongmon, Megidramon, and Magnadramon, so one of each. I can chip away 2 of my opponent's securities when attacking, so that's very nice. Honestly, I don't fully love the 5th Demi-Merimon. I find that I only really need the 4 BT15 one, but currently I'm rank 5. I might test it out with only the 4 BT15 one for consistency, but I don't really find myself needing the 5th egg. So I'm just copying my deck list over. So I actually made a couple of these lists. So the one that I'm going to show today is actually the list which is focused on this EX3 Goldramon. I also have a separate list that is focused on Goldramon X Antibody and BT14 Goldramon, but I will showcase that in a different video. Today it's just going to be like the EX3 Goldramon list. And then the EX3 Oh, cool. They have the alt art. I feel like I'm missing something. So I have the 4 Salamons, 4 Ukomons, 4 Ukomons, 4 Vidramons, 4 Gatomons, 4... Oh, I'm only running 2 Angiowomon. Okay. That makes sense. I forgot which art it is. So it's this one. So let me go over my deck list, and this is the exact same deck list as the one that I have on my Steam Deck currently. Of course, this deck list can be improved, but this is my current list. Again, I'm still not fully sure if I even like this BT3 Demi Marimon. Honestly, I think I should just take it out for the testing of this video. I'm going to test this list. Oh, excuse me. I totally forgot that my camera was in the way. Okay. So currently I have these 4 Demi Marimons just to cycle the 4 Great Dragons from my hand. I really want Azalongmon, Magnadramon, and Megidramon in my trash. So in this list, it is entirely focused on EX3 Goldramon. EX3 Goldramon is neat. You don't really need to focus on this effect. However, since this was an effect that I really liked and I never really got the chance to really utilize, I want to focus on this Digimon card for this build. So basically the whole deck is centered around trashing Azalongmon, Magnadramon, and Megidramon from hand. This is where this Demi Marimon comes in. So with this Demi Marimon, let me actually do that. Okay, so with this Demi Marimon, this is basically the cycling card of your deck. I do have the Ukomon. I, however, find myself not really needing the Ukomon. Like, I don't fully love the Ukomon right now. So this Searcher Ukomon will bottom deck Trial of the 4 Great Dragons and Dragons of Breath, which I don't currently like. I also find that the Egg Acceleration is really not necessary. So I think that I'll just replace it with something like a Tapermon on deletion draw 1, which I think would be better for this deck. This Ukomon also, again, I don't really need the Egg Acceleration. I think that I probably would like to switch this with a different purple rookie. This Salamon is neat. It is purple and yellow. It can digivolve off of Demi Marimon, which is nice. And because it is yellow, it will allow you to use your yellow options. But honestly, I don't really like the Ukomons that much. So let's change that. Level 3. Color purple. Draw. Okay, this Candlemon is pretty nice. So basically on deletion, draw 1 if it's your turn, and of course if it's not 0. Oh, actually no, even if it's 0. So basically on your turn, draw 1. On your opponent's turn, gain 1 memory. And honestly, I don't really like the Ukomons, so let's actually test this version with the Candlemon. Phascomon Draw 1 Trash 1 is also pretty nice, honestly. I do like the taper. So currently I'm going to try out this Candlemon, this Tapermon, and Phascomon is a good choice if I were to replace, honestly, any of these rookies. Most likely the Salamon. But I'm going to try this for now. I do enjoy Salamon being a part yellow, so then that way I at least get to use my options. But this should be pretty fun. So, actually it occurred to me that I didn't actually explain my ratios. So I have the rookies. The rookies function as the engine for which I can move Demi-Meramon out. So once I move Demi-Meramon out, I want to swing with them. They delete themselves as part of the security battle, or my opponent deletes them in some way. But I basically want them to trigger this on deletion. Discard a level 5 or higher to draw 2. Mainly the targets are the 4 Great Dragons, except for Goldramon. I actually want Goldramon in hand. But basically, I would like to discard Azulongmon, Magnadramon, or Megadramon. There is some cycling in this deck, so I find that, 3 of each is currently okay for me. I also do have Analog Youth, so that way I can still look at top 3 cards, add 1 Digimon to hand, trash the rest, which is pretty nice. Trial of the 4 Great Dragons, of course, is really nice. For example, if I want to play out Magnadramon from hand, so I can just survive for an extra turn by basically giving all my opponent's Digimon security attack -2. Or I get to remove a level 6 or higher if I play out this Megadramon. Or I get to draw 2, gain 2, which doesn't sound like it would help you that much. But let's say that you have a small hand size, you kind of want to dig for your next pieces. This effect is actually pretty nice if you really don't have anything in hand to work with. But yeah, Trial of the 4 Great Dragons, cheesing out your 4 Great Dragons. However, they do not have Rush, which is why I am running the 4 Vidramons and the 4 Gatomons. These are the only method for you to give your 4 Great Dragons Rush at the moment. They have this ESS effect. Your turn, once a turn, when you play a Digimon with the 4 Great Dragons trait, one of those Digimon gains Rush for the turn. So honestly, this deck would be a lot better. I would not even run the level 4s, possibly not even run the level 5s, if I had a yellow tamer that just gave my 4 Great Dragons Rush. However, this is currently the only method to give my 4 Great Dragons Rush, so I am playing 4 Vidramons and 4 Gatomons. Because they are ESS skills, I then have to digivolve my level 4s into level 5s. So the level 5s, which makes sense, are Aero Vidramon and Angewomon. Basically, they both, when digivolving, if I do not have a Trial of the 4 Great Dragons in play, I can play one from my hand without paying cost. So this is just a nice way to have that ESS skill active, while also helping the deck, for example, by playing out Trial of the 4 Great Dragons. If I have it in hand, I just want to play it out for cheaply. Or I don't even think it plays it out. I think it just places it in play. Yeah, it just places it into the battle area. But yeah, these are pretty nice skills. The skill on it, it gives itself blocker if I have a 4 Great Dragons out. Inheritable ESS, all of my 4 Great Dragons get blocker. This affects when I play out a 4 Great Dragon or the Trial of the 4 Great Dragons. Yep. Then I get to minus 3000 DP to one of my opponent's Digimon for the turn. ESS skill, same thing as that skill. When I play out 4 Great Dragons, or if I place Trial of the 4 Great Dragons into play during my turn, I get to minus 3000 DP to one of their Digimon. And then Dragon's Breath is basically really good. It is basically the memory searcher, or like not the memory searcher, the archetype searcher of the deck. So reveal 4 cards of your deck, add 1 yellow card or 1 4 Great Dragons card to your hand, and then bottom the rest. So basically reveal 4, add 1 yellow or 4 Great Dragons to your hand, place it into the battle area, and then main effects, you can trash this card to do one of 2 things. So by trashing this card, you get to place Trial of the 4 Great Dragons into the battle area, or you can trash this card and then discard 1 4 Great Dragons card from your hand. If you do either of these things, you get to minus 7000 DP to your opponent's Digimon for the turn. I may believe that this is bugged, and I think that this minuses 7000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Don't quote me on that yet. I think that that's what happened, but I need to verify again if that actually happened. The security effect, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 7000 DP for the turn, then place this card into the battle area. So my ratios are the way that they are because I want a decent supply of rookies just to promote onto Demi-Meramon, push out Demi-Meramon. Hopefully it gets deleted. Also doing some bit of chip damage, so then I can discard my 4 Great Dragon pieces into the trash. And then I have these Vidramons and Gatomons only for their ESS, honestly. If I had a tamer that did the same thing, or even an option that did the same thing, I would not be running the Vidramons or Gatomons at all. I most probably would also not be running Aerovidramon nor Angiwomon. These are only here so then I can have the ESS on Gatomon and Vidramon active. But if I had the same effect on a tamer, I would just get rid of these and then just focus on a purple deck which discards Azulongmon, Magnadramon, and Megidramon. So then that way I can still cycle, but also have the extra pieces for me to build my deck in some other way. If I wanted to, I can probably replace Tapermon and Candlemon with something like a starter deck Salamon, because it does Digivolve off of purple. So if I do that, I can have a yellow Digimon Digivolve off of Demi-Meramon, then go into my yellow line. However, currently I don't feel like I need it. So let's test this deck out and then show it off. This seems bricky, so I'm going to mulligan that. This is a better hand, much better. Candlemon. So there are some really good plays here, which I can do. So I can Analog Youth, searching for a piece, discarding the other pieces, or Gatomon, possibly searching for a piece. But I think the Analog Youth is the better play here, so I'll do that. Ooh. Oh, getting rid of Dragon's Breath. But that's okay, because Goldramon can bring it back. But I really just want the Goldramon in hand. The Gatomon, not really essential for my game plan, so I don't really mind pitching it to the trash. Ursa Majesty. So they are playing Ravemon, which is not great for me. But, you know, maybe they can help me pitch away my 4 Great Dragons. Okay. Attack and hopefully... No. There's nothing that I really want to pitch. draw one first. That's okay. So I'll trash that. I don't need to, but I have another copy, so that's at least good. Probably this. Okay, the Candlemon is actually pretty good. Basically, if it dies on my turn, it's just inheritable draw one. And I don't need to trash anything, which I kind of like. I can discard an option or tamer. I don't really need another analog youth. Yeah. Okay. So I have 2 dragons in my hand that I want to discard, which is pretty nice. So if I go into Aerodramon, I can put them at 1, while also playing out Trial of the 4 Great Dragons, which seems like a good play. That sounds nice, actually. So I am ready for the event. Oh, I forgot that they had Memory Center. So I'm ready for the event that they try to swarm me, in which case I can just play out my Magnadramon. Or if I need some card draw and some memory, I can play out Azulongmon. Attack! Draw first, see what I get. It was not good. Trash 1 card. Yes, that makes sense to me. And it will gain Rush because my ESS. Okay. So I want that Megadramon. That Megadramon is pretty useful, honestly. I don't think that they can game me yet. Okay, so I didn't actually need that Megadramon. Yes. Well, I have game. This depends on what they have. So I have Azlongmon, Megidramon, and Magnadramon in trash. Okay, that's pretty nice. Get rid of their blocker. Just in case. Azlong, Megidramon, Magnadramon. Okay. Now we pray. They didn't let me go for the finisher. Yes, I found out that Ukamon does not really work for this build. Especially the BT16 one. Because this build is very reliant on having your Trial of the Four Great Dragons. So the moment that you bottom deck it, it is... now you are in a very bad situation. Okay, Salamon is pretty neat. So Digivolve to Salamon, put my opponent at 1. Turn afterwards, I can bring Salamon out, Digivolve into Vidramon, and then get that one Digivolving effect. So Salamon, in this situation, I do not want to rush my opponent's security. I would rather keep it alive, so that I can Digivolve into Vidramon, and then that way I get Vidramon into play for cheaper, while also getting the one Digivolve effect. This might be the new Bagra Army blocker Mother Deweaver build. No, I know exactly what this is. This is Omnimon Megazoo. Okay, so let's push out the Salamon. I can't even attack them because I know that they're just high DP Digimon in there. So I get to add 1 yellow Dramon Digimon to hand, and then 1 4 Great Dragons card to hand. So luckily I got 2 pulls. Gatomon Analog Youth. Just in case I make it to the end of my deck, I need a Gatomon. I kind of want a yellow. But that seems risky because I still need that yellow source. Ooh, okay. Goldramon seems like the best choice here. However, Azlongmon also does have some pretty nice merits to it. I think it's actually Azlongmon that I want. So then that way, I can play out Azlongmon, and then draw 2, gain 2, which will then help me to cycle through the deck more. I feel it. It's going to be a Dark Master. Or, like, not the Dark Master. It's the Searcher. The Searcher for the Dark Master. There is a small chance that if I swing into security, I can live with this Vidramon. If I don't swing, it's going to die anyways. I can tell for sure because they have a Piedmon out. That is pretty enticing. I get to play out this Trial of the Four Great Dragons for free. Yeah, let's do that. Well, that doesn't make sense. Kind of does. Digivolve. Place Trial of the Four Dragons into your battle area. This thing will discard whichever one I do not really need. Let's get rid of the Azlongmon. I would rather give them security attack -2. Anything to really save me from lethal, I would prioritize. Let's attack. Yep, security -3000 because of Salamon. Digivolve to Candlemon so that I keep turn because Digivolve is 0. And while I still have a yellow source out, I feel like another Dragon's Breath is the play here. No targets. Oh, yellow card. Okay, I can add yellow card. I kind of want a level 5 in hand, so then that way I can get that ESS active. So I have one swing at them. This will be another swing, so then they'll be down to 3 security, hopefully. I'll trash the Magnadron. Ooh, it's an Azlongmon I have. I'm missing the Megidramon and the Goldramon. So hopefully I will be able to get them soon. I don't have any tamers for them to delete. So that is okay with me. There's a fair chance that they can blast into Ebuwanmon Ace. I think I said that name wrong. Abanwumon. It could be a Banwuan, but that doesn't honestly stop me. And it would even hurt them if they blast into a Banwuan. Or it could be that Grand Kuwagamon Ace. Okay. Time to discard stuff. Draw first to see what I get. Goldramon is really nice. It is so nice. Get rid of that. It is in my best interest to stall for time. So I just need to have brush on it. So this is the troubling part. I don't think that they'll let me keep turn, honestly. That Gotamon is also a pretty good card to get. Trial the 4 Great Dragons. Oh yeah, I do have a level 6 or higher. So the reason why I didn't digivolve into Angiwomon this turn was because I feared that they will remove Angiwomon and then it'll be futile. That I wasted my effort into going to Angiwomon. So I think that the safest thing to do is to digivolve to Salamon in raising. And then build up to Angiwomon, push Angiwomon out, trigger Trial of the 4 Great Dragons, play out Goldramon, swing with Rush, trash, hit the last security, and then Angiwomon finished the game. That is all assuming that they do not establish a blocker out. If the blocker is 13k or less, I should be fine. Because I can minus 7k. I can minus 6k. So I can minus 13k to one of their Digimon. As long as that blocker is 13k or less, I should be fine. Okay. Okay. They don't realize what's going to happen. Digivolve for 1, Digivolve for 2, so basically 3. Digivolve for 3, so that's 6. And I could just play analog to put them to 2. That seems like probably the plan here. Digivolve. Digivolve. What? Wait, why did I not place Trial of the 4 Great Dragons into play? Did that not happen? I should have placed it into play when the Megadramon got deleted, but I don't know what happened. Oh, they bottom decked it before the undulation triggered. Okay, okay. Is that what happened? Yeah. So this is a little bit of a pain. I don't want to waste this now, even if it means I can get rid of a Scorpion one. So I think that I'll just play this for the full cost. Wait a minute. I didn't realize I got rid of my 4 Great Dragons. Okay, so I have a Magnadramon. I just need an Azalongmon in trash. I just need Azalongmon in trash. And I can work with this. So I just need them to give me at least 2 memory. I get Analog Youth, and hopefully I can get Azalongmon in trash. Which is a really tall order. But hopefully that can work. Oh no. Swing, trash top 2, security attack +1, they have lethal. Oh. No, they have lethal. Oh, I got lucky. I got saved. I live. Oh, I got the Azalongmon in trash too. I have lethal now. So this is honestly just me being lucky. I have lethal. Okay. I see what they're doing. They're trying to establish a blocker by Blast Digivolving, but sadly, they cannot block my attack. I have lethal. Oh, I didn't even need to trash anything. They're all in trash already. That's not currently a threat to me. It has no passive effects. I just need to get rid of this Gigadramon. It doesn't have blocker actually, it has reboot. I just need to get rid of it because I suspect that they have a Blast Digivolve in hand. Push this out. It doesn't even matter. I can just like go to Goldramon and like I'll just delete that naturally. Yeah. And then this... Yeah, I can delete both of them actually because this is Angie-Wolmon. They're not ready. They're not ready. So let's swing at this one first. That's fair. Okay. I don't see why not. Swing! I would like to attribute that victory mostly to luck. A little bit of really good deck composition, but also a large part of it being luck. This seems okay. Marcel. Part of me wants a Salamon, so then I can have a yellow source out so that I can use the newest yellow option card. Dragon's Breath from BT16. I did actually need to push this Digimon out. Actually, no, it's fine. Okay, yellow card or 4 Great Dragons card? This card feels right. This is basically the engine of the deck. How's the Longmon? I mean, I still have 2 more somewhere. So Trial of the 4 Great Dragons just seems like the better card to pick. Okay. Okay, they took pity on me. I still have my yellow source. I may actually remove that yellow source. Because it's not really... Oh, actually. Take that back. I still need that yellow source. I don't need the Megadramon. However, I do need another Salamon. So that's the BT12 one. Minus 3,000 for each tamer. All of them get plus 3,000 plus security attack. Okay, first. Taper will attack. I will draw 2 cards. Well, first I'll draw. That just makes sense. And then I will trash 1, draw 2. The Magnadramon is more expendable because I have 2 in hand. Don't actually need a yellow source right now. Yeah, I don't really need a yellow source. So this will also attack. It lives. So I have Magnadramon, I just need Megidramon and Azalongmon and Trash. Okay. I also need a level 4 yellow Digimon. So I need a Gatomon or a Vidramon. Okay. So they get to Digivolve for free, but that's okay. That was actually pretty good. So I have the Vidramon out. I have the Vidramon now, so that's honestly really good. I can play out the Magnadramon to just give them security attack -2 so I can live. Honestly, just living is better than deleting their Digimon. As long as I can live, I am good. Okay, that's even better for me. Oh, they don't even recover the Marcus. So this is going really well. This is going insanely well. I mean, if I give them security attack -2, they can't really do anything about that. Wait, they added the Ruin Mode to hand? They're going to recover, which is going to hurt me a bit. But if I can avoid lethal, that's all that really matters to me. Do I delete that? Honestly, deleting that is not a bad idea at this point. Okay. I am a little bit scared that if I don't delete it, they will go to Ruin Mode, and then that Ruin Mode will then cause me some issues. It may not actually cause me issues, but I am afraid that it might. Yes. Yeah, there was a likelihood that my opponent would have just turned Marcus into a Digimon, attacked with the Marcus, Digivolve their Shine Greymon into Shine Greymon Ruin Mode while keeping turn, and then that Ruin Mode will then attack, deleting itself, recovering 1, and then that would just put me in a tough spot because my board would be minus 10,000 until the end of my turn. There would be 4 security. I can't even promote out my Arrow Vidramon because it would just die immediately. And also, that 4 security actually will not give me the lethal. Okay. Okay. I have lethal. Oh, they gave me lethal. They can't do anything. So I have the Megidramon, Magnadramon, I just need Azalongmon. I actually remembered wrong. So I need Azalongmon in trash, but that is okay. I have lethal. So first, trash a card. Buy Azalongmon. Get rid of that, just in case they have some kind of blast evolve shenanigans. Play out Goldramon. Goldramon will then gain Rush. Yes. Okay. Lethal. This deck is actually better than I had anticipated. But yeah, this is pretty fun. Lethal. Okay, I'm going second. This is a pretty nice hand, honestly. I have the Salamons, I have the Yellow Source if I need to, so that I can use this Dragon's Breath. Otherwise, it is also a pretty nice idea to Tapermon and then Analog Youth to choke them. However, since I cannot choke them that way, the very clear answer is to Salamon, and then use Dragon's Breath, because that is the best thing that I can do in this moment. The level 5 is also tempting. Might want the level 5 actually. Yeah. So the reason why I'm taking that level 5 is because the level 5 is a part of my strategy in giving me that ESS inheritable. I'm only playing 6 of the level 5s. I find that I don't really need to run the full 8, but because I am cognizant that I am only running the 6 level 5s, it doesn't hurt to grab that level 5 when I need it. Chances are pretty likely that I will get a Magnadramon into trash. Either way, it would have worked, whether I grabbed the Aerovidramon or the Magnadramon. But that is why I grabbed the Aerovidramon instead of the Magnadramon, if you were wondering. But honestly, I would not really determine one being better than the other. You could also argue the exact opposite. You could argue that since I'm only running 3 Magnadramons, it would have been better if I just grabbed that. Okay. I have suspicions I will need to keep this Megadramon in hand in case I want to delete one of their level 6s or lower. I am being choked right now, but it seems okay. I forgot what the level 5 did, like what the DP threshold for deletion was. Oh, that's going to bounce anyways, it doesn't matter. Ooh. Oh, I can only pick one. I don't need that Megidramon as much as I need this Trials. So I just need that Magnadramon, which I turned away before, but likely I will be able to find soon. Oh, they're choking me at 1. That's okay. 2,000, 2,000. This seems good. If I want to be brave, I would swing at them. This one I definitely need. The Dragon's Breath is tempting, but I already know that I bottom decked a Magnadramon, so I kind of need to take this Magnadramon. So I still need that Goldramon somewhere. Okay. The threshold is 5,000, so I will duly note that. Get rid of the Magnadramon. Okay, so I have more level 5s, which is pretty nice. That had the wrong text on it. I'm kind of amazed that I put them to 3 memory, yet they gained so much memory in that turn. I get to minus 7,000 to their Digimon, which kind of seems worth it. So they used Sayo and Ko to play out Flaremon, and then Sayo and Ko to play out Cressimon. So 1 Flaremon, 1 Cressimon. Okay. So I just need to work around that. Draw 1, see what I get. Ooh. Yes. I kind of want that Megidramon in hand. There's no real reason to get rid of it yet. I have the memory starter, so the analog youth would not really help me. This is a tough matchup. I need to decide if I want draw or memory, but right now I think I value draw. They are really choking me right now, so I there's not much that I can do. And they keep bouncing their level 5s to hand too, as a countermeasure against me, so that I can't really do anything. I think I chose poorly. I should have valued the memory. Actually, no, I would have been at 0, so I would have been drawing anyways. I still have not seen my Goldramon. I have seen this build where they run Mirage Galgamon. I have seen some weird loops with this build too, or like not a loop, but like I've seen some weird combos. Okay, so I have the Goldramon, which is kind of nice. I do not have enough chip damage established for lethal yet, so unfortunately I cannot go for lethal. Be gone, level 6. I need to get chip damage in, but like I can't. So that's the main issue here. So if I can chip them like 2 times, I should be good. So that's where these Candlemons come in. Like if they can chip, that will set me up for what I need for lethal. Assuming that they live. Like, I have found out very early that I can, as long as I can ship my opponents to 3 security, and then I can establish that level 5 on field. The level 5 can have 1 attack, of course, and Goldramon can then trash 2, then go for game. Oh, unfortunately, they're not going to let me get that chip damage in. That's okay. Dang. Yeah, this is not going well for me. My only real hope here is Magnadramon, so I can stall for a turn. they can't even protect that thing. Wait, no, they can because they have some. Yeah, never mind. Okay. I actually really need that trowels. But still, there's nothing I can do in this situation. Okay, so the issue is that that thing is a 19,000 DP blocker. So gain 1 memory. This card, I don't really need these Goldramons. Yeah. I can't make it out of this. Oh, okay. I got some kind of pity. But even if I get the Magnadramon out, I can't place another Trowels. Actually, there's a small chance. Without this Magnadramon. So what I need is to get trials. Actually, no, this doesn't even find me trials. I also have no level 4, so I can't even digivolve it to anything. So my only hope is to play out this Tapermon in the hopes that, and hope that gets bladed. I don't have any. Which is the issue. I don't have any trials in hand. Oh my god. I didn't even realize I have one card. I did not realize that they have just one card. If I could have stalled for one more turn. Oh. That did not help me. Oh, of course they would not want to draw their last card. Okay. So I need trials. Like, theoretically, if I had another turn, trials would have been useful. They drew out their deck, but sadly, it was too late. I gotta say, they played extremely well. The other people who I've played, and then they were using Grace Novamon, they would not return their level 4s or level 5s to hand. So my opponent effectively used, I believe, Sayo and Co., the blue tamer. I believe the blue tamer. And then they just kept taking out their sources and then bouncing them to hand. So then they would, you know, have the cards for when they want to go back into them. But other opponents who I have faced, they don't really do that. So they would run out of level 4s and level 5s really early. But this opponent was really good. They managed their level 4s and level 5s very well. Okay. Let's try again. This will probably be the last game of the video. Like, this deck has been really fun. I feel like there are some things I can definitely tweak about it, but it has been surprisingly very consistent. For one, I do like the Candlemon for the draw. However, I do also like Salamon because it is a yellow source. That's just unconditional memory gain. Oh. Okay. Get rid of the Mastamon with the Megidramon. Megidramon, Goldramon, Candlemon. I have a yellow source, so I'm going to take advantage of this while I can. This is honestly hard. So I put back Magnadramon, Goldramon, Candlemon. So I know that there's a Goldramon at the bottom of my deck. I do want trials, but I think the Goldramon is the right move here. Trial, we draw a Taper one. Thank goodness. Okay. Candlemon, attack! Darn, Candlemon did not die. They have a memory tower, so I'm going to Analog Youth. That was just bad luck. I feel like that's a threat to me. A funny mon. Ooh, okay. So they have a blast. 2 minus 4,000 DP to something. Thank you, Dramon. And that's all I have. Yep. Draw 1. Discard a level 5 or higher to draw 2. Actually, I don't really need both of these. I am pretty tempted. So I play this for 12. Gain back 3, so then they'll be at 7. Get rid of that. Magna Angemon. I'm not sure which one's the bigger threat. They're in lethal range. Okay. I just need to find a level 4. I mean, that works. That honestly works. So I just need a Magnadramon and an Azalongmon in there. Okay. Things are going pretty well. Trash one card from hand to draw 2. Yep. Honestly, at this point, I'm just going to YOLO for it. They're not going for security. I'm just going to go aggressive. So this is vaccine. This is data. I don't need to worry about that. Angemon. Okay. Entirely different win con than I had thought, but I did end up winning. I did say that that was the last game of the night, but yeah. Here is my deck list again. I'll move my camera. So I have the 4 BT15 Demi Marimon. Especially since I took out the Ukomons. I'm only running 4 eggs. These are the better Demi Marimon for your deck. So the main cards that you want to trash with this Demi Marimon are going to be Azalongmon, Magnadramon, and Megidramon. So these are the ones that you want in your trash. Drawing 1 to discard 2, really nice. So that you can try to dig for your pieces. You can also trash away Goldramon, Aerovidramon, or Angemon if you have extra copies in your hand. You have seen me do this in the video. For example, if I have duplicates in hand, I don't really need duplicates. That I can just feel comfortable trashing them. But yeah, Demi Marimon mainly for Azalongmon, Magnadramon, and Megidramon. However, you can also trash Goldramon, Aerovidramon, and Angemon. If you have extras, or if you don't really need them, or if you need to find something else immediately. Salmon is nice. I don't think that came up in this video, but Salamon is able to go into Gatomon from trash for 1 cost. So that is pretty neat when it comes up. It does have that inheritable, your turn, all of your opponent's security Digimon get minus 3000 AP, which is pretty nice sometimes. Sometimes you just have to go for it. For example, you need to swing with this stack just for the extra chip damage. So Veedramon on top is effectively an 8000 DP Digimon. Gatomon on top is effectively 7000 DP. And then the Arrow Veedramon and Jawomon are effectively 10,000 DP. Let's say that you Digivolve that into Magnadramon. If you were really, really in a pinch. Digivolving to Magnadramon, you don't get any effect. So it's not really good. But let's say that you did. So it would be effectively 15,000 DP. But sometimes I actually do Digivolve to Goldramon, as you've seen in my last game. So Goldramon does have one Digivolving, so it is really nice. It does have that one attacking to minus 6,000 EP. That's also really nice in case you, even if you don't have like the combo finisher, this is a pretty good card to Digivolve into. So this is effectively 14,000 DP, so should you need to attack with this, your opponent's security Digimon are minus 3,000, so if you're attacking into security, this is basically 14,000 into security. But yeah, the Salamon's nice. It is a pretty good yellow source for when I want to... Honestly, I will basically never use Trial of the Four Great Dragons from hand. It is 8 cost, it is very expensive. If I need it on field for lethal the next turn, or if I just, you know, for some reason need it on field for playing out Magnadramon to security attack minus 2 on my opponent's Digimon, or some other reason, I will play this from hand, but very, very rarely. I will basically almost never play this from hand for 8. Dragon's Breath is really the only yellow option that I will use from hand. So if I have Salamon in raising or even on field, I can then use Dragon's Breath, which the core issue of my gripe with this deck is that I don't have a yellow tamer that can give rush. So Salamon is, you know, nice to bridge the gap between Purple Egg and level 4 yellow Digimon, while also having an effect, having several effects. The memory choking my opponent to 1 is sometimes nice, but sometimes it's not nice. But between having the 1 cost Digivolve and the 0 cost Digivolves, in this video and my experience using it for the last hour and a half, I really like it. Tapermon for the draw engine, Candlemon also for the draw engine, so I don't want to have to discard from hand. Like, discarding from hand is nice, however sometimes I just want that draw without discarding. If you do want to draw and discard, then the Fascomon is probably the rookie that you are looking for. But because I have this Demi-Marimon already, if I Digivolve on top of it, I get to draw, and then draw one draw, and then trash 1 level 5 or higher, then draw 2. I don't really need to draw. I don't really need to discard as often. So I think that this is really great the way that it is now, because sometimes it just wants to draw more cards as opposed to also getting rid of the card that I drew. But Veedramons and the Gatomons in here for the ESS, I still need the ESS for my win con, so they're still both at 4. The Arrow Veedramon is nice. Let me think. Honestly, so initially I was playing for these Arrow Veedramons because my thought process was if I were to run more yellow Digimon, I can Digivolve into this Veedramon more often, and then I can find this Arrow Veedramon because it's a yellow Digimon with Dramon in name. So that was my initial thought process, but now that I think about it, I have been playing Gatomon from hand more often than I have been Digivolving into this Veedramon. So honestly, I would probably swap these ratios. So I would probably run 2 Arrow Veedramon and then 4 Angewomon if I were to change that. But basically, it is much more often that I play Gatomon, so it is more likely that I will reveal Angewomon and then want to add this to hand than it is that I will reveal Arrow Veedramon with Veedramon's effect and then be able to add that to hand. But honestly, I would swap the Arrow Veedramon and the Angewomon ratios because of how this deck is designed. 3 Azalongmons, 3 Magnadramons, 3 Megadramons, 3 Goldramons. 3 is a pretty good number for... you don't really need 4. 3 is nice, so then you can at least still see them without clunking up your hand. Analog Youth at 4. I don't even know if I fully like Analog Youth or not. I'm still kind of debating. Most of my issues would likely have been solved if I had a yellow tamer instead. So, you know, I can swap the Salamon out for... Actually, no, I still like to bridge to yellow, so never mind. But, like, I don't really like Analog Youth that much in this deck, so I might just, you know, change this later. But currently, for Analog Youths, for Trial of the 4 Great Dragons, you really want this at 4. This is like the part of your win con, really. So you kind of want 4 of these so you can see them. And then, of course, for Dragon's Breath, these basically just cheese out Trial of the 4 Great Dragons. So this will help you with your win con, but this can also discard 4 Great Dragons from your hand. So you can discard Megadramon, Azalongmon, Magnadramon, so you can fill up your trash with them. I think that there was a game where I did not have one of these in trash, so I just discarded whichever one I did not have. I think it was the Azalongmon. So I went to trash and then I was able to go for lethal. But yeah, being able to cheese out Trial of the 4 Great Dragons, or even being able to discard one of the 4 Great Dragons that you need in trash is really nice. But yeah, thank you for watching, and this was my 4 Great Dragons video.